Hi guys, Nick here from INEOS Team UK. So today I'm going to be making a butternut squash risotto, and we're going to have it tonight with some lovely roasted Scottish salmon on it on top. So we've got the bottom of the squash there, which is cut into wedges and just slitted through with some smoked paprika, some chili flakes, some salt, and just rubbed with a little bit of olive oil. Then you've got the diced squash here, so that's the top half of the squash which has been skinned and then just nicely diced up. Then we've got the risotto rice itself, so there's 200 grams of risotto rice there, 2 finely chopped shallots, half a finely chopped leek. In here I have a little bit of thyme which I've chopped down, and 2 cloves of garlic. We've got some white wine there, probably not going to use all of that, maybe half to 2/3 of that. A lemon which I'm going to use the zest and the juice from, some creme fraiche for finishing off, and some lovely Parmesan, Gran Padano Parmesan cheese. Probably about 40 or 50 grams of that, just finish off at the end with that as well. Some seasoning. We'll probably finish with a little bit of chopped parsley in there as well. So we've got that there. All I'm going to do is add just a touch of hot water from the kettle, just so it doesn't dry out, because we're going to make a puree with this. So we'll cook that for about 30 minutes like that. So that's just going into the oven at 180 degrees. I'll put a pan on there, look. A little drizzle of olive oil into that pan. We get the pan hot. Okay, so that's getting warm now. Doesn't have to be smoking hot, just a nice little bit of heat running through there. I'm going to put that in, cook that down gently. What I want to do is just soften this up slightly, not all the way through, sort of 2/3 of the way cooked through, because remember it's going to carry on cooking when we add it to the risotto later. Just going to season that slightly now, because that will help with the moisture out of the squash. A little bit of pepper in there, and just a small amount of chili flakes. See how that's coming down nicely now, that's just started to cook. Okay guys, so the butternut squash has been in the oven and cooked down lovely. So we've just roasted that off, it's nice and soft look. Some juice in there as well, which we're going to throw in when we blitz it up for make a nice puree. And the diced one we've just pan fried. So it's got a nice bit of colour on there, but still holding its shape and stuff, so it's only cooked about 3/4 of the way through that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out the squash into my blender. I've got a NutriBullet to use, but any blender's great for this. I do get a little bit of skin in there as well, it doesn't really matter. So that's that. We're just going to throw in all of that liquid we had. So that's probably not enough liquid in there, so I'm just going to add a bit more water into that, just so we get a nice smooth puree. Just basically just cover that over. Okay, so there we have it, look. Lovely smooth butternut squash puree. A little bit of heat there from the chilies, and a lovely bit of nuttiness from where we've roasted it off with the olive oil and the smoked paprika as well. So what we're going to do, we'll add that in when we make our risotto later. Okay, so this has been cooking out for about 2 minutes now. So just see the rice is just starting to go a nice golden brown, but also going a little bit opaque as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw in my shallots and my garlic and thyme. Start cooking that out a bit. I'm going to throw in my leeks so they get nicely cooked as well. Okay, we're getting some lovely colours going on there now. That's nice green and just start to smell delicious. Okay, then I'm going to add my white wine. So we're just cooking that down quite wet with the white wine. We're going to cook that white wine down, and then all we're going to do now is start adding some stock. We're going to add stock a bit at a time. This will probably take about 15 minutes. While that's coming down like that on the stove, I've got my salmon ready over here, ready to roast in the oven. So I've just seasoned that with a little drizzle of olive oil, some lemon zest, and some salt and pepper. I'm going to whack that in the oven now. Quite high, about 200, so it gets a bit of colour on it. Once that wine starts dissolving, it's all going into your rice. All that wine flows into you don't have to use wine, it gives it a nice flavour, but you can just use veg stock as you were. So instead of the white wine, add a bit more veg stock in instead, cook your rice out. Roughly about 500 ml of vegetable stock in here. I'm just going to add a bit at a time. Okay, so this has been cooking down for about 10 minutes now, probably, with about 3/4 of the veg stock in there now. And it's just coming down nicely. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add my squash puree. So I don't want it too wet, so I don't want to add all of my veg stock. I can add some more veg stock if I need to at the end, but I don't want to add it now because we're not put the squash puree in. That's going to obviously add a bit more liquid in there. I'm going to add both lots of squash into there now. In with the puree. Give that a good mix. Okay, that's been cooking again for roughly about another 3-4 minutes probably. All that liquid is getting soaked up. Those rice granules are, all the starch is coming out in the rice, soaking up the liquid, and we're getting there slowly now. So I'm going to throw in my my diced squash. In with the diced squash. Right, now what I'm going to add in is a little bit of lemon zest, and then some lemon juice in there as well. Just a good squeeze of lemon. Let's probably take this whole lemon. Next, we're going to add in our creme fraiche. Again, this will add a bit of a nice texture to it, gives it a bit of creaminess into it. You don't have to add creme fraiche, but again, as I say, I like it. It gives it a nice texture. Lovely orange butternut squash colour on there. Okay, then we're going to add in our grated parmesan. Nice bit of cheese in there. Let that melt down. I'm going to grab my salmon out, which is beautifully cooked. And that's my salmon nicely roasted off. Okay, I'm going to give this a quick taste, see what it's like. Beautiful. You get the lemon coming through, which is lovely with the fish. I'm just going to add a touch more stock into there, and a touch more seasoning. I think we're just about there. Oh, one other ingredient I'm going to add into that just at the end is a little bit of chopped parsley that I've just chopped up just for a bit of colour. Just to finish that off. So risotto shouldn't be dry. So when I pull that away, you see it's filling back in. So when you pull it away, it's all filling back in. Because this is going to, once you put this in the bowl, the rice is still going to carry on cooking and soak all that moisture up. Okay, so I'm going to serve that now. Some nice bit of risotto in the bowl. A little knob of parmesan just over the top. And just a little bit of olive oil just to finish off. Beautiful. We are there. Look at that. Lovely.